It's your boy. It's your boy, Jeff Jones.
You know who it is. The one and only upset specialist in the building, Thomas Boykin.
Yeah. Always and forever. Who? Dr. J? Nah. Mike J. Mike Jones.
And this is 234 Sports Talk. Fellas, let's talk about it. Let's
Let's
talk
get
about
at
it.
it. Let's get it.
My goodness, man. More news in the NFL. And this is breaking news out of the NFL. Coach Mike Tomlin of the Pittsburgh Steelers has stepped down after 19 seasons. And might I add, he had 19 winning seasons.
Facts.
Fellas, there's been a lot of coaches there's matter of fact with Mike Tomlin stepping down today, there's nine head coaches opening in the NFL. Fellas, what's your thoughts on Mike Tomlin stepping down after 19 seasons with the Steelers?
First off, that's my coach. So I'm going to say this. I know he stepped down of his own accord. It wasn't under management duress because he still got 2 years left on his contract. So he just wanted to step down and step away. I think he just I think this season and the prior season was just a struggle just to get where he was at. And for me, he might be tired of the struggle, tired of the grind, and just want to step away. But to step away after 19 seasons and 19 seasons of winning football, you can't argue with the guy for that. He's a champion coach. He was able to win one Super Bowl. He was able to make an appearance in another. So you can't take away the work he's done and the people he's touched and countless division titles. So kudos to him for walking away on his own terms. What you got on it, MJ?
Yes, sir, Thomas and Jeffrey. What I'm gonna say is, man, Thomas, man, hit it dead on the nail, man, dead on the head of the nail. Mike Tomlin, man, and like you said, I don't know. I don't think he said, like you said, I don't think he had a losing season as a head coach. Um, he got some, he got a championship. You know what I'm saying? As a player and as a coach. Am I correct? Did he get a
Oh,
ring as a player?
I'm not sure, but I know he got one as a coach.
Okay. But anyway, having said that, man, sometimes we sit and we talked about this a couple weeks ago with the boxing thing, players staying in the game too long. Sometimes, man, as a coach, you gotta know when to hold them up and when to fold them up. And I think, man, Mike Tomlin, he's sitting Pittsburgh, you know, for me, sometimes I think something is going on with the ownership with that thing. I don't think he's getting the players that he wants. I don't think he's really. I don't think he's in the past few years. He has not gotten the quarterbacks that he wants. I don't think he's gotten all this stuff that he wanted to be successful. The tools that he needs. But man, he had a successful career. Um, I think he's done. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he wants to go coach no more, nowhere else. I think he's a Steeler. He's a Steeler for life. And man, as an African American, I'm so proud of him. What he done, he took over, man, a program, and man, he kept it steady. Still, a nation is hard to be a coach, and still in the nation, you got to win, baby. It's Super Bowl or bust. You know what I'm saying? And I think, man, he's done one heck of a job, man. I'm proud of him, man. Go take your rest as far as this college. I mean, this NFL football thing is concerned, man. Love you, Mike Tomlin, man. You did a great job, bro.
Well, fellas, his record all time 193 wins, 114 losses, and two ties. 62% winning percentage. It's not bad.
Mm.
Not for
Not
19
bad.
years. Not for 19 years. That's not bad at all.
Mm-mm.
So, I mean, you can't say enough about what he's done. I wish he could have got I wish he could have went out winning at least one or two more games in the playoffs, but of course that didn't happen. We kind of got smoked on last night. So kudos to him. Like you
Yeah,
said, Mike Jones, for being an African American coach that lasted 19 seasons with one team. That's unheard of.
absolutely, absolutely, Tom, man. And I think with him, sometimes you can have success, and he had success early in his coaching career. I
Yeah.
think these past 5, 6, I think when Big Ben kind of left the organization, I think a lot of certain players started leaving the organization. I think it became a grind. And sometimes when you're trying to grind out wins, even though he was still above 500 as a winning season as a coach, that stuff does take a toll on you as a coach. You know what I'm saying? You working so hard, and then the fans they know your success from early in your career. Now you got a lot of people that's grumbling. You know what I'm saying? Fire the coach, this is and that. Man, he was the best thing y'all had, and a lot of teams. I know the Tennessee Titans would have loved to have that man coaching this team in Nashville, Tennessee. But I think he got out at the right time because this team, what I'm seeing this past year, yeah, they made it to the playoff, but it they was gonna have to have a heck of a draft deal and trade and stuff like that. Sometimes, man, there's more to life than football, coaching football. Now, I'm not going to be like LeBron James and say it's just basketball because a lot of people sit up there and have this love and passion. Mike Tomlin got that passion for it, but he know when to cut it short and say, I'm done, man. Now I'm going to enjoy my family. I'm happy for him, man.
Yep. 100%.
Fellas, I watched that game with the Texans and the Steelers. Texans beating the Steelers 30-6. And the Steelers didn't even score a touchdown, 2 field goals in that game. And as I was looking at their offense, man, I was I said to myself, man, this has got to be the worst I've ever seen these guys look in a playoff game.
Well, that comes from the OC. Just no. That number one is OC. Number two, um, we need youth in our organization, and we don't have a lot of youth in our organization. A lot of our organization was formulated under old heads. If you look at wide receivers, quarterbacks, frontline defense, these guys been around for years. It's not like these are young infused talent. So we got to incorporate young infused talent to the organization if we're going to even have a shot at bringing Steeler Nation right back up and leaving it where it is. So I think they have to do some evaluation on skill positions and bring in some younger guys so they can have that longevity again. But it's going to take work and it's going to take dedication. And number one, finding another coach to infuse that discipline and that winningness back in the organization.
All right, I'm going to say this, Tom. I think the problem to work how we got here, how did we get here with the Steelers? I think with Mike Tomlin, those let's say we got a 12 game season, 6-6. So we got a 14, maybe 9-8. These things right here, they're not doing your team any good because although it seems like we got a winning program,
Do we?
but we're not able to draft. We think we think we're good because we're breaking even, but because you're breaking even doesn't mean that there needs to be a major overhaul in a program like the Steelers. And I think that is what hurt them because they thought they was right there. We a piece here, we're a piece there. So we'll pass that up with a wide receiver. Now, sometimes you gotta really sometimes you gotta tank to get to upgrade. Sometimes you gotta, like you said, Tom, sometimes you gotta tear it down to build it up. Because
Yeah,
the Pittsburgh is still a brand. It's a brand. And we know the Steelers Nation will be back. And I hope Pittsburgh doesn't go down this rabbit hole that the Dallas Cowboys did, because we're good enough. We got a winning season. We just a player or two away, and then look,
there's
the
only one
Cowboys.
difference between us and that organization. And the difference between our organization and that organization is Jerry Jones. Point blank. The Cowboys will go nowhere as long as Jerry Jones is running that front office. Now, the Steelers, the one thing that I will say about the Steelers is that whoever they hire as a head coach, they are probably going to be there for the long haul because they don't believe in changing coaches that often.
Thanks.
So they're going to find a coach that they're going to believe in. And when they're hiring him, he's going to be there for 5 to 10 years, probably, if not longer. I think the only one that cut his career short was Coward, and that was from family issues when he cut his career short.
All right, Tom, let me ask you a question, man, with the Steelers on this. Now, he just stepped down, so where do the Steelers look to go to next? Do they try to pull something younger? Like you said, they're not looking to hire no coach no time soon because that's not their forte. So do they got to go somewhere like a young man that's coming out of? I'm gonna tell you that would be good for the Steelers. Would be what, Marcus Freeman.
Oh yeah,
Notre
Marcus would
Dame.
be a good pick. Now
That will sit up there and last you guys for a couple decades.
Keep in
Especially,
mind, Tomlin wasn't but 30 when he started.
thank you. Yeah.
So, I mean, he was the youngest head coach in the NFL for the longest time.
Yeah.
So they may, you never know, they may throw a Marcus Freeman a bone. And because he builds what he built with Notre Dame, he can probably build it in the NFL, probably. Yeah. No doubt.
And I'm gonna tell you, with the Steelers organization, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I think they have a great relationship with African Americans. I mean, whether it's at quarterback, but I think they would definitely do well. I mean, I think Marcus Freeman would be hot, but I don't know if he's available. I don't know if
I
he
don't think
signed a new
Notre Dame
contract.
is.
No,
I don't know if
he's
Notre
not
Dame is
going
offering that
anywhere.
or not.
Yeah.
But
It's a good thought.
yeah. Well, since we on the Marcus Freeman topic, he made the headlines here a couple days ago.
Yeah, oh yeah, not in a good
And
way.
not in a good way. So yeah.
But I saw that everything is good. He's remaining as the head coach there in Notre
Right.
Dame.
No doubt.
Yeah. Fellas, we speaking about all of these well, actually Tomlin's stepping down, but John Harbaugh was
Didn't see that.
fired.
Well, we speculated with that, and lo and behold, how about that?
18 seasons with the Ravens.
And only 3
and he
losing
was let
seasons.
go.
And only 3 losing seasons with the Ravens.
Fellas, what's your thoughts on John Harbaugh being fired by the Ravens?
I think that had more to do with, keep in mind, the Ravens had a younger, infused, talented team, and they're a very talented team. Their problem is, and I think in their eyes, with all this talent, how come we're not finishing? Especially the last 2 to 3 years, why aren't we finishing playoff games? Why aren't we winning championships? Because we got the talent in the team to do that. Why are we not? And I think what they're trying to say is some of that reasoning is Harbaugh. So we got to change directions and change cultures in order to see maybe that's what we need to get over the top. So we'll see what happens. From what I'm understanding, they lost the offensive coordinator. They got rid of the offensive coordinator as well. So we'll see what happens with Baltimore next year. I think they're going to bring in probably an old school coach down there as well because of the brand and style of football that they play. They'll bring an old head in with new ideas with some youngsters along with them. So I think Baltimore will be okay. What
You
you got,
know,
Jay?
yeah, my thing is like you said, this guy been coaching for so many years. But when we think about the Baltimore Ravens, when we think about the Tennessee Titans, we think about the Pittsburgh Steelers, we think about their defense. Baltimore defense, to me, maybe they did okay a year or two. I can't think of the guy that was handling the duties after Ray Lewis retired, but these three teams, this is what they're known for, is their defense. When Lamar Jackson came to that team, they switched. I think the switch became that they was gonna allow Lamar Jackson to be this offensive. That they thought it was gonna be this offensive juggernaut. And this is my opinion. But the thing is, I think John Harbaugh, if you had came down on him hard and said, look, get that defense fixed and you're out of here. Now, I don't know this conversation we had with him last year or the season before. You know what I'm saying? I would
Yep.
have had this conversation with him and say, look, I need this team to look like it was back in 2003, 2004, 2005. If you can't get it done, then you're out of here next year. You know what I mean? And so, so I think teams rely too much. I think Baltimore relied too much on Lamar Jackson to be a savior. But when you don't got a defense, sometimes too much pressure is put on that offense. You know what I mean? For Jackson. And when he don't make a throw, when he's sitting fumble, it's pretty much all on him and it's on the head coach. So, and it should be on the head coach because he hires these guys, because you could make a mistake on offense and still be able to recover if your defense will not allow that opposing team to get into the offense. At some point, your offense is like a shooter in basketball. You can keep shooting. You know what I'm saying? You miss them threes, but if your defense is shutting the team down, and eventually you're gonna hit a shot. So
You
man,
hope.
I don't know, man. I think with Harbaugh, I think by them letting him go, I think, man, Baltimore is gonna look really terrible in the next few years. That's just my opinion.
Well, fellas, there's 9 openings. 9. Man, I don't know if I remember a time when there was this many coaches that were let go or in the NFL season. I don't know. I don't think I remember anything like this. But there's 9 openings now. And there's talks. Nobody really knows what's going on, but Matt LaFleur met Monday with the president, of Green Bay Packers, and there's talks that they may extend his contract. Then there's talks that maybe he might be out of here. Who knows? Nobody really knows what's going on there. After that meltdown against the Chicago Bears, fellas,
Again,
what's your thoughts on that?
uh, the meltdown, some of that was play calling, some of it was execution, some of it was Bears made great adjustments. Um, and I don't know if Matt LaFleur played the chess game to make the adjustments for the adjustments. Because you have a smart enough quarterback to do that. Jordan Love is a smart enough quarterback to if you give him the adjustments to make for the adjustments, he'll take it and go. But I don't think as well defensively that the Green Bay Packers got after the Bears quarterback as well as they should have. Caleb should have been under a lot more pressure than what he was That dude had all day back there in the pocket to do what he wanted to do and find who he wanted to find. And a couple of them, he made a couple of good plays out of the pocket, running the ball, throwing the ball on the run. Can't fault that. That's just great offense. But for the Green Bay Packers to be up 21-3, 21-6, and fall, yeah, no, they don't. They're going to ask for the coach's head for that, or they're going to hold the coach accountable for that because there's no way you blow that lead. There's no way. What you got on them, Jay?
Yeah, LaFleur, when they hired him, man, he was supposed to be an offensive juggernaut as a coach. That's my opinion. Because I know we had him as an offensive coordinator at Tennessee Titans. And so, I thought that initially he brought that to that team. Even when quarterbacks went down, he was able to sit and plug in another quarterback and figure out some other thing and still get production. However, it still comes back to what I was saying with Baltimore. You still gotta have a defense, and you still, it's on you as a head coach to get a great defensive coordinator in there, get the players in there, because this is too long going on with Green Bay. Green Bay, man, even when they had, man, even Aaron Rodgers at the end is his thing at Green Bay, man. They able to sit and function offensively, but man, that defense, man, it just got to get better, man. And would I fire LaFleur? I don't know, man. I just don't know, man. I keep saying this to you guys, and you guys hear me preach this over and over. Defense still matters, whether it's in the NFL or whether it's in college, maybe in high school as well. Defense still wins championships, man. And LaFleur got to figure that out. I would not fire him. I just would put the pressure on him and say, hey, man, get that defense right.
Yeah, fellas, there was no pressure. Uh, man, Caleb Williams, right? He had all day. There's no pressure, man, and for them to come out the way that they did, on fire in the first half like that, it might have had the kicker miss two field goals and then the extra point attempt. So that would have been the 7 right there they needed to win the game. But at the same time, you come out on fire like that and you scoring at will, and then you mean to tell me that you could barely score in the second half? I was flabbergasted, man. I was flabbergasted. And no knock on the Bears. I mean, the Bears came, the Bears brought it, the Bears did what they had to do, and they took the Packers lunch money, man. Um, but I'm gonna tell you this. I don't know if you all seen it, and at the end of the last game, what's the fella, the Ben Johnson, the Bears coach, he kind of gave a half handshake to LaFleur, and then at the end of this game, he did a drive-by handshake. I don't know if you fellas seen
Yeah, I
that.
saw that. I
What,
saw
what,
that.
what's your thoughts on that?
I think that is indicative of, you know what? You've owned us for so long. I ain't got time for you right now. I'm on to the next game. And, you notice they had all the cheese graters out there with the grating the cheese out there so we could grate the cheese out there. But yeah, I noticed that. And that if LaFleur stays, I think the 2 games with the Bears next year will be circled, and I think he's gonna come a little different. And he
It's gonna
may
be some
not.
get back.
Yeah, he's gonna get some get back, and he's not gonna shake his hand after the game. Watch what I tell you.
I didn't get to see it, but if I'm thinking in my mindset, if I did that, it's like, yeah, you ain't worth my handshake because we done figured you out. We got you. You know what I'm saying? We own you now. That's my thinking of that.
Yeah, but you only own them for a season. Green Bay's been owning them
But look,
forever.
I get what you're saying, Tom. But look, maybe the tide has changed, man.
Well, you know what?
Chicago now got the dogs to do this, what Green Bay did. So I think it was just I think the head coach mindset is that guess what? The tide has changed, man. Shoot, you're not even on my level no more. Man, peace. Dang, okay, cool. My
You know
mind
that.
set it on the next game, man.
You know what that reminds me of, Mike Jones. That
What that?
reminds me of that Detroit Pistons Boston Celtics series after Detroit beat them, and they just walked off the floor without shaking their
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, 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 yeah.
hand.
But at the same time, well, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because
I agree.
they recognized that, you know what, it's the changing of the guard. There's a new
It's the
sheriff,
changing of the
there's a new
guard.
team in town, and they ain't
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Green Bay done had a great run, but I keep telling you guys, Jeff, Tom, man, them old teams that won a Super Bowl, man, everything repeats itself in sports sometime, man. Chicago, man, now they coming back. You know what I'm saying? The Raiders will be back at some point. You know what I'm saying? These teams, you remember when Green Bay was trash, Jeff?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't think it ever get that bad, but
I hope not.
man, and you remember when Chicago was beating them pretty good, man, for a while. Chicago wasn't that much good either, but at least they were beating
Chicago,
Green Bay.
Chicago had the 1 year anomaly where the '85 Bears just took over the NFL.
Yeah,
And then after they dominated '85, they disappeared.
yeah, they did. Hey, Jeff, let me ask you a question. What was going on with Chicago Green Bay series prior to that 85? What was happening in that series?
Oh, nothing really. It was going back a little bit back and forth. Uh,
Okay.
as far as them winning, Green Bay winning. But now, like you said, man, the tide didn't turn, man, and Green Bay my team. But man, hat off to Chicago, man. Chicago finally they figured out Green Bay. Man, they figured them out.
I
Hate to
still
say it.
think I still think their Green Bay is a young enough team to where they're going to make some adjustments just for that game. But yeah, I look for Green Bay to get back next year and do inflict a little more damage because I think this year here might be an anomaly for the Bears. It might be, but they're going to ride that wave as long as they can ride it.
Anybody that knows anything about this rivalry, it's the oldest rivalry in
In
the
football,
NFL.
yeah, absolutely.
And one thing you have to understand about Green Bay fans and Chicago fans, man, we can lose every single game, but it's two games you better not lose. And that's the two
Yep,
times that the Green Bay Packers play the Chicago Bears. And guess what? Chicago feels the same way.
yep,
It's
yep,
serious business over here, man.
yep.
Serious business over here. Well, fellas, I don't know if you all saw this weekend, but Nick Sirianni and AJ Brown got into a screaming match with each other during the game against the 49ers.
Yeah, I saw that.
Fellas, what's your take on AJ Brown and his situation with the Eagles?
I think that whole thing escalated from head coach to player. Because if you notice, if you looked at the replay, Sirianni went straight up to him, like, dude, what? And AJ Brown responded and it got heated. So I I don't know if that was AJ Brown or not. I don't know if that was AJ Brown or not. But I am understanding of why Sirianni was on him because he had two drop balls that he should have caught. And if you doing all this screaming during the season about I want more touches, I want the ball in my hand, and when I go to you, you dropping the ball, how does that make me look? Or more importantly, how does that make you look? Because you're trying to be this go-to guy and you're not. So it's kind of double-edged sword to me. What you got on it, MJ?
I believe AJ Brown I think he's been in his feelings all year. I think he's been in his feelings all year. And I think he's tired of Philly. I think he's tired of
It
Philly.
could
I
be
thought he was
too.
tired of Philly last year.
It could
You
be.
know,
That could very well be.
I think that he feel like he should be a star of the NFL at the wide receiver position. That doesn't mean that he shouldn't be. I mean, he's an excellent receiver. People sit there and say, well, he was tanking the game by dropping ball. As a competitor and an athlete, I don't think that was what was happening. I think he just missed those balls. He just didn't catch those balls. I don't think he did it on purpose. But his attitude on the sideline, sometimes, man, you gotta sit up there and you gotta hold water. You gotta sit up there and say, all right, my bad. Even if you want to be out of Philly, you sit up there because guess what? When you have an attitude, you do stuff like that on the sideline. Sometimes another team will look at that and they be like, man, I don't want this trouble because I heard about you. I heard that you are hard to deal with. See, the older that you get as a receiver, they already think they're prima donna from the very beginning. You know what I'm saying? As the older you get as a receiver, man, Randy Moss could see he could tell you about that, man. People don't want to sign you, man, as a wide receiver. Now you messing with your money, man. He said, I don't know, man. And I know sometimes frustration and the coaches and stuff like that. Everybody's feelings is at a uncomfortable position when when you thought you was gonna get back to the to the championship game and it didn't happen. I'm sorry for you, Eagles, man. I rode with you guys, man, until I thought that you weren't that dog no more. And you guys proved that you weren't, man. Shoot. I tell you what, man, I watched more 49ers football this year as opposed to Philadelphia. And I did not know they had this much turmoil going on within the offense. Their defense was to me, it was subpar. So man, it is what it is. It ain't on one player. But AJ Brown, man, sure, you gotta do better. And that I think to me, I think it's more on AJ Brown. That's just my opinion.
Well, fellas, sticking with the NFL theme, man, we got some divisional round games to talk about.
Facts.
Let's talk about it. Tell me who you're liking in these games. The Bills versus the Broncos. Who you guys liking in this one?
I believe that game is at Mile High, is it not?
All day.
I got Denver winning this football game. Because the one thing Denver is predicated on is what Buffalo is predicated on, running the football. And I think Denver's gonna make they're gonna make Buffalo show them that they can beat them on in the air. Because I think they're gonna take the ground game away. I think they're not gonna allow Josh Allen to do anything on the ground. Even though everybody's called him Superman and he's running through people. And no, it's not you running through people, it's your people picking you up and carrying you through the line, and then you get put on the ground. Nah, bro, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Um, and he took some shots this last game. This last game, he took some shots. Jacksonville hit him with some shots. So I think Denver's defense is a little more rugged than what the Jaguars are. I got the I got the Broncos winning this game. What you got, MJ?
Yeah, I think last time we had spoke, guys, when I said this, I said the big brother bowed out, which was the Kansas City Chiefs. I said who was next in line to take this ring and take the AFC by storm, or at least, this was their opportunity. This is the Bills' opportunity. You know what I'm saying? The Chiefs is not in this thing anymore. And I was shocked that they beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. I really was. But keeping to the theme, I think, man, Buffalo feel like they can be the big brother now. They can own this thing now. I think I'm gonna go with the Bills on this, man. I think the Bills realize, man, if we don't get it done this year, we're gonna fall off too. So I'm going with the Bills.
Man, you know, the Bills, they came in with a spare tire. What I mean, when they crossed the finish line with a spare tire against the Jaguars, and spare tire only good for so many miles. And I don't think that spare tire gonna carry them across the the plane, man,
Nah.
against the Broncos. I got the Denver Broncos winning this one, man. And I said that the Jaguars was gonna show them cats the door. The Broncos get ready to show them the door.
Actually, the Jaguars had that game and went to sleep defensively. So it's not like the Jaguars was never in that game. The Jaguars was there. And they made if Denver was paying attention, the Jaguars kind of exposed their defense. So
But listen,
I look for Bo Nix. I look for Bo Nix to be the difference maker in this game.
listen, guys. You know, as you guys know in sports in general, sometimes, and like you said, Jeff, you got they limped it. They was on a spare tire. Sometimes you got to they played on the road. You know what I'm saying? The Bills played on the road, which we sit up and said they don't do good on the road. Sometimes that spare tire was maybe because they played against a very good opponent on the road, and they overcome that. You know, they got to do it another week. This is to me, I think this is setting up when the expectations is not high for the Buffalo Bills. This is when the Bills sit up there and win things, do things.
We will see.
We
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 will
we,
see.
we gonna see Mike Jones.
We will see. We will see.
All right, fellas, this gonna be a good one right here. 49ers versus Seahawks. Who you guys liking in this one? Seahawks at home.
I was just talking to one of my partners about this game earlier, and he's got Seattle beating the 49ers. I said, not so fast, my friend. If you look at the body of work the 49ers have done, minus starters all year, and they've gotten to this juncture with everybody getting healthy and playing at the right time of the season and go on a winning streak at the right time of the season says a lot about their organization. I don't think Seattle beats San Francisco. And they're like, well, Seattle got the sixth man. I'm like, so did Philly, and what happened? So I still think the 49ers are going to be the team to beat in the NFC. So I'm taking the Niners in this one in a squeaker. Give me the Niners by like 6.
okay. Um, I look at the 49, like I said, I watched a lot of their ball games this year. You know, just simply because of one particular player, which was Jawan Jennings, man. However, I kind of look at the 49ers kind of like Ole Miss. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, they had to overcome a lot of injuries, a lot of injuries. And that is great, man, that they won this past weekend, but that's getting ready to end, man. I really think it's getting ready to end.
No.
And I think Seahawks is going. I can't really put a number on it, but I think the Seahawks are going to beat the 49ers in this.
Well, I'm gonna add to this, Mike. What you just said. George Kittle's injured that Achilles. He's done. So that's another injury for the 49ers, man. Um, I'm like you, man. I think Seattle wins this game. And matter of fact, man, I kind of think they might spank the San Francisco 49ers. I kind of think they might spank these guys. I think they don't send a message to these guys. I got the Seattle Seahawks winning this one, man, by at least 10.
I like being by myself. I love it. I love it. I love it.
All right, fellas, how about the Texans versus the Patriots? Texans versus Patriots. Who you
That
guys liking in this one?
that will be a very good football game. That is going to be a defensive struggle because the Patriots defense and the Texas defense are really good. This is going to come down to execution on the offensive side and who doesn't make the worst mistake. Um, Stroud is playing pretty good. Drake May is playing really good. Uh, and that game is in Foxborough, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I think the Texans got a little bit of confidence beating the Steelers, a depleted Steelers team. I don't think their luck runs. I think their luck runs out in Foxborough. Give me the Patriots.
Wow. I tell you what, the Texas, man, right now, they have, other than Stroud being hurt a couple games or whatever, man, they've been impressed the heck out of me, man. They really have. And but so has the Patriots, man. Two young quarterbacks, man. This is the future of the NFL, man, especially with the AFC.
Exactly.
And yeah, man, and both defenses look great. Man, this could be a toss them up. And I know it's at Foxborough. Woo, Tom. Man. But I told you guys in previous shows, I expected for the Patriots to be the AFC winner. So why am I going to change now? Patriots win this game. I'm not going to give a number on it. Patriots win.
Man, this is a tough one, fellas, and I see why you guys was kind of going around the bush a little bit about this one. I feel the same way, man. Man, those guys are playing good, the Texans. But I think that, and your nephew Rod talked about this. The NFL MVP quarterback, Drake May. I think that's going to be the difference maker. I think Drake May plays a clean game, and I think he outshines your boy Stroud.
DJ Stroud.
And I think that, yeah, I'm gonna go with the Patriots. I'm gonna go with the
Yeah.
Patriots. I think the Patriots gonna win this one by
Clean
3.
sweep. Yeah.
Field goal.
I don't think this is going to be a rout at all. This is going to be a nail biter. This is going to be who flinches first, and it's going to cost whoever flinches first. So yeah, I agree a whole 100%. The Patriots to win this.
All right, fellas. Our last game, the Rams versus the Bears, man. The Bears and the Rams. And might I add, this is at Soldier Field. The Bears are hosting another playoff game.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting game too. That's going to be a real interesting game because now you're looking at a gamer with Matt Stafford at quarterback, and he's a gamer, and he's had a pretty good year, and Puka Nakua's had a pretty good year. So the Bears are going to have their work cut out for them in this one. I still think offensively they're still learning, and they're doing a good job of still learning on the fly. The Bears have one advantage in their favor, and that's the cold weather that's getting ready to move through Chicago. And I
Yes.
think that's going to be the difference in this football game. Um, I, much as I hate to say it, I got the Bears squeaking this one out.
Wow. Uh, Man, I've been running with them Bears here the past. If I was a betting man, I would have won a whole bunch of money these past few weeks. I've
Mm-hmm.
been riding with them Bears, man. The Rams, man. Man, they got that quarterback, man.
Yeah,
He's pretty
Matt
good.
Stafford is good.
Pretty
He's
doggone
good.
good. They got the #1 offense, I believe, in the
Yeah, they
NFL.
do. They do. They do.
Uh, and on Chicago side, man, Kevin Byers, man, he's the he got the most interceptions in NFL. How about that? So having said that, guys, man, ugh, and it's gonna be in Chicago. If
Exactly.
Chicago wins, they probably gonna have to play my Seahawks. I'm going Chicago, like Thomas Boykin said. The upset special. I'm going Chicago Bears. The Bears.
Yeah, they got the Rams favored by 3.5 in this game, man. But I'm like you guys. I think that, man, the Bears got something to prove, man. After beating the Green Bay Packers the way that they did, man, I think that the Bears are the real deal. And I think that the Bears stopped the Rams at Soldier Field. Give me the Chicago Bears over the Rams, and I say by a touchdown.
Woo-hoo.
All right, fellas. College football national championship.
Here we
Man, we
go.
almost there. Monday, January 19th. It's going down, fellas. Miami versus #1, Indiana. Fellas, who you guys liking in this game?
Ain't no question where I'm going. My loyalty is where my loyalty is. And I predicted this from the get. This is going to be another Big Ten championship written all over it. 3 years running. The Indiana Hoosiers are going to win this football game. I'm going to say by like 14.
Man, Tom. Now, I'm a SEC guy, so I'm not gonna sit out there and be jump on the Big Ten coattail. But I will say this though. I will say this. Indiana impressed my socks off my feet last weekend. I told Jeff about this. I said, man, I've never seen a more impressive team. They look like NFL status, man. The quarterback, he knew when to run, he knew when to throw, and then when he threw the wide receivers, man. They were just running like it looked like it looked like the Rams, man. I don't know back the greatest offense on turf, man. I tell you what, man, I'm so impressed with Indiana. Uh, I don't think it's gonna be no 14. I don't think it's gonna be 14. I think it's gonna be 21 or 24 points. I'm gonna give it 24-point spread going to Indiana. Indiana gonna win this thing by 24.
Hey, hey,
Wow.
hey, Rod Jr. couldn't make it tonight, but Rod, this for you. Man, hey, that belt about to come out, man. Miami in trouble, man. I'm gonna tell you right now, man. And Mike Jones, you talked about this, man. You said if all the other college football teams took players and made a team, they still wouldn't beat Indiana. And I agree with you on that, Mike Jones. Man, the belt coming out. Indiana is gonna whoop Miami. They're gonna run them up out of there. Yeah, it's going down. And I say by at least, I say 21. 21.
Ooh, okay. Let me write these numbers down. So 14, I said 24 and 21. Yeah, okay. We're
let me
gonna see.
let me say this though. I will say this. Uh Carson Beck has played a whale of a tournament. And he's made great decisions with the football with Miami. Don't sleep on Carson Beck to make some plays. He's gonna make some plays.
I'm gonna
But
say this, Tom.
but
He,
go ahead, Buck.
now I'm saying he gonna make plays early in that ball game. You know how football go. Even basketball, you're gonna be close in the first quarter, maybe the second quarter. Maybe the second quarter. And Carson Beck is gonna find some plays, but Man, Signetti, whatever. I think I was calling Magnetti. His name is Signetti or whatever name. Man, that he gonna shut that boy down. He gonna see gold. This gonna be a game like TCU versus Georgia a couple years ago.
Mm.
Indiana favorite, fellas. 7.5 to 8.5 points.
7.5. Man, that's weak.
8.5. I think so too.
Did not tell you 14. 14 is the magic number.
Yeah. I tell you right now, man. I hope Miami ready. I hope Miami ready.
Oh, you know they're gonna have their boys on the sideline gunning them up and everything else.
I
Hey,
tell you, man, Michael Irvin ain't gonna be whooping no
I was
cool.
gonna go there, Jeff.
He ain't
I
gonna be
was
whooping no
going there.
coolers. He ain't gonna be whooping no coolers come Monday. I promise you that.
Man, Michael Irvin gonna be crying.
him
He gonna be
and Ray
cussing
Lewis
out.
both. Look, him and Ray Lewis both out there cheerleading on.
Man,
But this go
man, it's
like
going down.
this is gonna be a Big Ten championship 3 years in a row.
Hey guys, haven't talked about Indiana. I honestly, they run the ball very well. They run the ball physically between the tackles.
Yes, they do.
The quarterback, if it ain't open, guess what? He's awkward. He's a goofball. But he'll scramble and get you 10, 15 yards off of a run. And then when he throws the ball to the wide receivers, tight end, they catching the ball. Defense, I don't ever see them really just bend. They sit up there and they stand stout. I just don't know how you beat this team.
They seem to understand their assignment and stay in their lanes. They're always in the right place to make a play defensively to where you're not breaking a big play. They might give up 10, 15, but they're not big enough. You're not going to get a 30 or 40-yard chunk on them.
Not at all.
Yeah, Mendoza's a smart quarterback, man. Man, let me tell you something. That coach, man, he's an awesome coach, man, and you can see that the players highly respect him, man. And he's a guy that has everything, all the I's dotted, the T's crossed, man. And like you said, they stay in their lane and they know their assignments. And that's what make these guys special, man.
Yep. That's facts.
Well, fellas, you want to add anything, Tom?
I'm going to say this, and I'm sure you know this as well. LeBron James strikes again. Did y'all see that? Did you see that Milwaukee-Los Angeles game?
No, sir, I didn't watch it.
LeBron James strikes again. This dude here, instead of running the offense, this dude is pounding the ball. He gets Giannis on a fake. He goes around Giannis, and Giannis picks his pocket from the back. And the Lakers lose. So this is your GOAT. This is your Billy GOAT that can handle the basketball, that I'm ancient, I make plays, and you make bonehead plays as well. Let's not forget that part.
Hey, I'm going to say this, Jeff and Tom. I watched some footage today. JJ Redick said that, hey, he is stopping the flow. He said he wouldn't, but they said that when a coach speak up against LeBron James, he probably gonna be up out there soon. He said LeBron James stops the flow of the game. The first couple months when LeBron was on the bench, man, the offense flowed very well. Like Tom said, he pounds the ball and he demands the ball, and then he want to be fussy with the refs. He want to be fussy with the coach. He's a grumpy old man, like I said years ago.
Just like the movie, Grumpier Old Men.
Yeah, it's time for him to go. And then if you say anything about his son, guess what? Man,
eat it, because your son ain't that good neither.
Nah, man, I would cut him.
He can't seem to stay in one place or the other, either in the G League or back on the
I'll send him to the G League. I'll send him and Bronny to the G League. I'll send them both to the G League.
I send them both to the house. What you talking about?
That's all I got. Chill, I digress after that.
Y'all wild, man. Y'all
Send
wild.
that joker to the house,
Y'all
man.
wild.
What?
Hey, man, before we go, man.
That's what you
Hey.
call stirring the pot right there. You need to go out.
Have
Out.
y'all ever seen that video, man, where Ocho Cinco hit Ray Lewis? Ray Lewis knocked him down.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was trying to sneak Ray Lewis and got blasted. And he was out there holding out of breath. He's about, I tried to sneak Ray, it didn't work. Yeah,
he tried to stick his shoulder in there, wasn't he?
Yeah, he tried to hit Ray, and Ray ran him over.
Oh, man.
I'm like,
He messed
boy.
Ocho up, man.
I wonder what coach drawed up that play. You know you can't. Come on, man. Look, that's one of them come on, man.
Look, the only wide receiver that got away with that was Hines Ward.
Yeah, but he wasn't
Because
gonna
Hines
do that
Ward
against
was
Ray
built
Lewis,
different.
though.
Look, Hines Ward was built different, though.
But he wasn't gonna do it against Ray Lewis.
Oh, yeah. He was one of the jokers that caught Ray blindside and laid him out.
And that's it. Caught him blindside.
Yep, laid him out.
Ray Lewis was sending us to the hospital.
Man.
Hey, Tom, I got a question. What if you was a wide receiver, you come up there and you gonna block Ray Lewis? Now, you on that level with the size. Now, how would that would have worked out?
Number one, I got to know which way the play is designed to run. I know how to get in the way.
The same way it worked.
Yeah, I know how to get away. I know how to get in his way to get my receiver where he got to go. I necessarily got to hit him. I just got to be in the way.
Man, I ain't gonna
just
lie
like
to
basketball, I know how to set a pick and let him go.
I ain't lying to you, fellas. If I come around that corner as a running back and I see Ray Lewis, wide receiver, whatever, I'm running out of bounds. I'm running out of bounds. I'm laying down one.
Hey, I'm tossing to the ball. I'm tossing the ball. Hey,
nah, bro. I ain't gonna toss in the ball. You just have to show me, bro. Nah.
Hey,
show me, bro.
Listen. I don't know how big Eddie George was back in the day. Ask Eddie George and Steve McNair how Ray Lewis.
Eddie George. Hey, Ray Lewis will tell you if you look and listen to what he was talking about. He had mad respect for Eddie George because Eddie George would run right at him and didn't blink.
Man, but he was putting Eddie George, man, to sleep, man, sometimes.
Eddie George was getting him at times too. Even Ray Lewis was like, man, I look back there in the backfield and look for guys. When I look them in the eyes, they shut their eyes. I'd be like, I got him. He looked Eddie George in the eyes. He said he never shut him. He was like, he a lion, just like me, so he coming.
Nah, but look, if Tennessee Titans if Ray Lewis had not been on Baltimore team, period, Tennessee would have beat them. I mean, he was, and your boy was too. What's my safety, the fellow guy that used to play for the Hurricanes too, Ed Reed.
Yeah.
I mean, them dudes were game changers, man. Shoot, them were game changers for Baltimore. And they don't have that now. They don't have that now.
Hey, Jeff Jones. You know who cost the Tennessee Titans a Super Bowl?
Who's that?
Mike Jones.
The Rams. Thank you.
You didn't know that, Jeff?
No, sir.
The guy that made the saving tackle was Mike Jones.
Wow.
Linebacker.
Wow.
Back for the Rams.
Man.
Mike Jones cost him a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Who did it? Mike Jones.
Mike Jones.
Who? Who?
All right, fellas, we've talked about it. Until the next time, this is 234 Sports. I can't even talk. This is 234 Sports Talk, and we are out of here. Peace.
Peace, y'all. Until next time.
Peace.
If I can get them. Where am I back? Okay, there we go.